home with Grandpa. I'm doing a little bit of planting here. You will excuse me, won't you? I've got a little marigold plant here. It's only a small one. I was very late sowing them this year, but this I sold from a seed that I collected from a plant last year. It's a lovely tangerine colour. Now, I'm going to plant it in here with my tomato plant, and there is a reason for that. Might seem a strange thing to do, but you do get pests in the garden, you see. And one of the pests is something called aphids, green fly in particular, but white fly as well. And one way, what we call companion planting. So companion planting is you put another plant with a plant, which is good for it. And marigolds is good companion for tomato plants because the smell of the marigold is ever so strong from the leaves and from the flower. And that's really confuses the green fly, so they don't smell the tomatoes. So it usually helps and it keeps the green fly away from the tomato plant. But not all insects, not all creatures are a nuisance. Most of them are really, really useful to us gardeners. And there's some like bumblebees, honeybees, let me think, what else? Hoverflies, all sorts of insects. So I'm going to show you some. Now, I got a little song I like to sing about a bumblebee. It goes like this. It's a long while since I sang it. It goes, oh, what a glorious thing to be. I'd like to be a busy, busy bee. Floating round the garden, everything is seen. Taking back the nectar to the dear old queen. Buzz, buzz, honeybee, buzz, buzz, busy bee. Sorry about that. I like that song, but it's a very old song. It's even older than me. I know it seems impossible, doesn't it? Well, anyway, let's have a look. We might be lucky to see some insects, but it's very useful to plant flowers in your garden. Though you grow vegetables, plant the flowers, because that brings the pollinators in, you see, like the bumblebees. Now, they've been all around the honeybees today and the hoverflies, but they're not going to be here for us today. Sometimes in these, they're called foxgloves or digitalis, and they grow right inside there. They get in there and they collect all the pollen. But while they're here, oh, I can hear something buzzing, but I can't see it. But while they're here, they pollinate other plants, such as my vegetables. But I've got a really special place that I keep special for the insects. Would you like to see? It's not just the flying ones. We've got things like beetles, all sorts of bugs, and I've got a special home. It's always a nice thing if you can keep, even in a small garden, this isn't a very big garden, if you can keep a bit of an area, however small it might be, let it grow a little bit wild, and have a little home for the insects. Now, I got one. Would you like to see it? Come on then, we'll have a look, because I got it up here behind the greenhouse. And I leave logs and little bits of wood about for animals such as beetles and things like that. They like decaying wood, you see. So come on up. Oh, look, there goes a bee. It might have been a hoverfly. Can we see? Look, on this flower here, we got, I think it might be a honeybee, but I can't get close enough to it. Can you see round this side here? Look, there he is. Collecting all the pollen. He's gone on this one now, up the top here, look. There he be. There he be. Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Oh, I like to be a busy, busy bee, floating around the garden as busy as a bee can be. I think I'm making the old words up now. Come on then, round we come. Look at these. Look at how the lettuce have grown and the courgettes since we was last here a few days ago. And there's my cabbages. Now these onions, I reckon these onions, they'll be ready to pull in about July, in a few weeks' time. I've not had a lot of success with me roots this year. That's carrots and beetroot. You can see some beetroot are growing. These parsnips have been very slow coming through. Oh, excuse me, I've just seen a little weed. If we pull the weeds out, if we get them out, they might be wildflowers, but they are weeds in this situation. So if we pull them out, that lets all the energy from the soil, all the nutrients, be taken by the crops that you're growing, you see. So I'll put them in that pot. Now, if you come around here quietly, this is where my wildlife little place is, my little wildlife home. But you won't believe this. Someone else has moved in. Come and have a look who's moved in around here. Oh, gracious me, look. Can you see, Mr. Cameraman? Look. We'll be nice and quiet. I think the Fairies has moved in. Can you see? Look, they've got a little house. Oh, they've got their own garden table and chairs. Look at the little house here. It's a bit rickety, isn't it? And their own pond, look. And a pub. Oh my gracious me. We got fairies in the garden. We all like to have fairies, don't we? Floating around the garden. But I've never seen them yet. Have you ever seen a fairy, children? What about you? Have you ever seen a fairy? Not ever seen the fairies in your garden, but they are there, I'm sure. And this is where they live there, isn't it? But we'll be nice and quiet. Now this here is my little wildlife home. I made it about 5 or 6 years ago. It looks a right old mess, and it probably needs some new materials now. But we put all sorts of different materials in there. Can you see? Different kinds of tubes with different holes. So you've got plant, I'm not sure, that might have been a fennel one, I'm not sure, and bamboo canes, all with different size holes in them. And that's because different kinds of creatures, bumblebees, all sorts of flying creatures will go in, and I've made holes in here. This is an old pallet actually, and because I ain't got much room, I put it right up against the wall of the fence. Some people lay them down if they've got more room and have 2 or 3 layers. Put all different kinds of materials in. See, rotting wood, that's good, because that decaying wood, you'll have beetles, all sorts of beetles in there. Look, and can you see the holes in there? Well, that's rotten. I'm not going to disturb them. There's some old reeds in there and flowers from reeds. Oh, we got, what else? We got pine cones, got corrugated card, because that's good. With all the little layers for the tiny little animals getting. Now this bird box, I wouldn't be round here, this one over here, I wouldn't be round here near it if I thought birds were nesting. There's not any nesting in there this year, but we have twice, we've had blue tits nesting in there, so this is good for that as well. But you've got to be careful. If you're in an area, if your garden has lots of cats come, then you're best to put the bird boxes up higher. And maybe in here, I got another bird home in here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, oh, can you see that little house in there? I'm not sure if you can. That's in there, so it's protected from creatures like cats and that. And there's old bricks in there, look. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but right in here, can you see where my finger is? I think I have to get very close, Mr. Cameraman. Can you see? There is a brown shiny thing. Yeah, I think you got it. Look. Now that is a chrysalis. So another animal, creature is going to come out of there. There we are. Look, there it is. Well, okay, boys and girls. That is great, isn't it? So, let's leave him to come out. He might be, I'm not sure what he's going to be. It's a chrysalis. This is a conker tree or horse chestnut that my sons, who are now very grown up, one of them's 36 and one of them's nearly 31, and they grew this when the youngest one was about 5, so about 25, 26, maybe 27 years ago. But I kept it in the pot because I never had room for a horse chestnut, and that way when I moved house I could bring it with me. You see, you could grow a conker tree, just put it in the late summer, early autumn, put a conker in a pot soil. It doesn't have to be as big as this, but you just put it into bigger pots as you go along. Well, I'm going to come here. I mustn't disturb the fairies, must we? Well, that's about it from me today, boys and girls. Can you see how high my potatoes are growing? I've been earthing them up, what we call earthing them up. I've been putting more compost in as they grow to cover the stems, because then they put out more roots and more potatoes, we hope. Well, it's been lovely seeing you. I hope you've learned a little bit about insects. Maybe you can have a look for insects on your plants. Let's go and have a look round here. These orange flowers here seem to have some bees on them. Oh, look at that. We've got some bees on here. Can we see them over here? There's 2 or 3 on there. There we are, look. Here's the bees. Oh, you can probably hear them buzzing. I think we scared them off. Well, we'll leave them to collect the nectar, collect the pollen, take the nectar back to the dear old queen. Thanks for coming. Don't forget, mums and dads, subscribe and share with your friends, won't you? My YouTube channel, Growing with Grandpa. I'll be doing another video very shortly. We'll do some more growing. Bye.